It's Thursday the 19th of August. This is the New York Times hard Sudoku. So I'm just going to get cracking. I'm going to start putting in some pencil marks, filling in some candidate cells if I can. And yeah, again, I would just like to thank you all for watching. If you would be so kind, please do like and subscribe. That'd be extremely I'd be extremely grateful if you could do that. And I think I may have mentioned this before, but my social media manager, aka my daughter, sort of tells me that the subscribe is really the king when it comes to trying to get something going with YouTube. So I'd be very grateful if you would do that. In the meantime, let's just keep going with this, shall we? I've got a few 5s here and there we can fill in. What is going on here? There's a 5 going on there, 6, same pattern. The 5 and the 6 have the same pattern. So that means 6s can be here or here. That means this can't be a 1. That's got to be a 1. So let's keep going with the 6s. We can put in a couple more pencil marks here and here, here and here. It would appear to be all of them for now. Let's have a look at the 7s. We can put in a couple here. That's about it. 8s. What can we do with you? Okay, a couple here. Not a lot else right now. How about the 9s? Very little. Okay. Now I've just noticed there's a 7 and a 7 that stops 7s being placed in either of these two cells. So 7s have to be in this column in these two positions. And with the 5, 6 here, this has become a little bit restricted now. So 2s can be here or here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Where do the 4s go? The 4, there we go. Look at that. The 4s can only be there. We can't put it here as the 5, 6 pair is there, right? If we had a 4 there, we'd have to put a 5 and a 6 in this cell, which obviously doesn't work. So let's put our 4 in here, and this resolves this for us. We've got a 7 and a 2. Now, just looking up on this column, this 2 here blocks off this top cell. This now must be a 2. And we can pencil mark a couple of 2s in there. So the remaining number in this column is an 8. Okay, that's good. Maybe we've got a few more pencil marks we can add now as a result of that. A little flurry of activity. By the 2s. Yes, we can put in a couple of 2s here and here. 2s here and here. So those 3s we did 4s can go here and here. Look at those 7s. 7s here and here. Okay, it looks like 8s here and here. Just have a quick look here. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, I don't think I can place anything more there for now. I'm just going to look at this row here. We've got 5 candidate cells already in this row. Not quite there yet, are we? Sevens. Let's have a look at this box at the top. One. Okay, so 3s and 4s are on this side. So that means we've got a pair here that we can fill in, which is a 7-9 pair. Ah, look at that. That 7 blocks that cell. That has to be a 7. That has to be a 9. And that has to be a 7. Meaning these two cells have to be 7s. Now, I was just scanning this line earlier before, and there's a lot of activity in this box now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that has to be an 8. That's a very restricted cell. It sees a 1, it sees a 2, it sees a 3, it sees a 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. The only number this cell doesn't see is an 8. So we're going to pencil, we're going to put in the 8 here. And that, look at that, that resolves a whole series of cells for us. That has to be a 3 now, that has to be a 7 now, that has to be a 7, that has to be a 4. That was pretty helpful. That has to be a 3. Oh no, sorry. I'm being silly. Those two there have to be 3s. Ah, that puts a 3 into the into the top middle column, because of these 2 3s are going to be in one of those, either column 4 or column 6. So that has to be column 5. Anyway, let's keep going down below for the time being. Okay, I don't know that we can do much else in here at the minute. 1, 2. The 8s are restricted to one of these 2 cells, and I think what's going on up here is everything else is done here. Yep. Okay, this column and this box. Let's have a look over here. I need to put in a 1 somewhere. Okay, that can't be a 6. So 6 is going to have to be in one of these 2 cells. Apart from that, somewhat still not quite clear. These are 1s or 9s. Not clear about the order. So let's have a look in this top box. Ah, 4s have got to be, there we go, look at that. 4s have got to be here or here. That means that this can't be a 6, which means this has to be our 6. That forces 6s down here, and 9s sort of anywhere still. I'm just going to fill those in now. I think it's just, rather than having to keep reminding myself of where things were, I'm just going to fill those in. It's cheating a little bit, to be honest with you. Anyway, you know what? I should have looked over here a long time ago. That 5 coming across there means that must be a 6. That must be a 5. I must have been looking at that for a very long time. I'm sure that was rather frustrating for you all, but anyway, that helps us get all the 6s out of the way. We can now fill in a 7 here. We've now got a pair in this box, which is going to be a 5-9 pair. That means the 9 has got to be on this middle row. Again, we've got a 9, 2 options for 9s in row 4 and row 6, but nothing in row 5. So it has to be a 9 here. And the 2s have to be there. not quite sure where else they're going to go for the time being. So we have a dog visitor to the room, but she is disappearing again. Sorry, not going to put those in yet. Hanukkah. Hey, come here. Fours. Fours have got to be here. Now with the nines, which I said have to be somewhere here, we have now got a 2, 4, 9 triple in this area. So now the remaining 3, I'm going to go and let the dog out. 1 second. Come on, you silly thing. Maybe she'll come and say hello tomorrow. Now that triple leaves us with another sort of triple. What have we got remaining here? We've got 1s. Okay, they can sort of go anywhere at the moment. 2s. 2s. Have to go. Oh, sorry. 2s. 3, 4. What am I looking for? 5s. 5s. So these are 5s. There you go. Now, these have got to be 5s, which means that these have got to be 9s. This is a 1-9 pair. This can't be a 1. This can be a 1. This is a 1. Okay, let me just run that back and explain the logic of that one. So these two 1s create a pointing pair across this line. So we know that the 1s can't be here. We now know the 1s can't be here. This one is pointing up at this cell. The only cell remaining for the 1s is up here. So we can fill this in, and this just unwinds so many of these sort of odd questions that we earlier had, which is obviously fantastic. We are just flying through a whole series of resolving problems there, which is great. So let's just have a quick look at this top thing. I think we've basically finished the puzzle now. So 2s are going to be either here or here. 3s, oops, here or here. There's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 3. Look at that. What is that cell there? 1, 2, 5. That one there is a 4. That one there is a 9. And the last one in the middle, a 2. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. And again, if I could just ask to subscribe to the channel if you found this interesting and useful, and I will be back again at some point in the near future. Thanks again. Bye-bye.